comedian Kurtz. Thank you very much. How about a round of applause for John? Let's hear for Johnny. Rode up here together in the car with him. I'm so glad we're separated now. Okay, so, welcome to the show. My name is Perry Kurtz. Can everybody see me from where you are? I want to make sure you can see me in my jacket. Can you see the jacket? Liberace may have passed on, but I stole this off his body before they dropped him in there. That's the way I go. On weekends, I rent myself out as a mirror ball. So I want to find out about you guys. My show is different than other comedians. My show is really about the audience, about you guys. I got some information on some people we're going to talk about. But I want to ask you questions, find out where your heads are at, hopefully above the table during the show. So what I want you to do, if your answer is yes, it's good you're getting this stuff. I'm trying to keep it subtle, because that's all we're watching it. So if your answer is yes to any of these questions, I don't want you to have to applaud or stick your hand up. I want you to go, ee-haw. Right, see, the women like you because women just like to make noises. So, all right, wait. See, the guys are always premature. They're always a little bit too early. That's the problem, guys. All right, so on the count of three, always. All right, I'm telling us more than we need to know, but we'll get into that in a little while. All right, so on the count of three, everybody go ee-haw as hard and as long as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, you sound very relieved already. Good. First question, how many people are seeing me today for the first time? Okay. How many have never seen me before? Okay, I confused a couple people. How many people are here tonight? Yeah. How many don't know where you are? Don't watch this. And how many really don't care at this point? Yeah. How many people are drinking? It's the Elks, of course you are. How many people will be drinking and driving? She's going to her car right now. She's on her way out. I'm getting in my car and getting the heck out of here. That's what I'm doing. Well, don't drink and drive. If you are going to drive, remember a lot of people will be driving drunk. So if you are driving, please drive as fast as you can. It's much harder for them to hit you that way. So I'm glad you guys are here. You had dinner. Everybody ate? Yeah. Good. Everybody full? Yeah. And there's a lot of guys sitting there like this. A couple of women doing that too. That's good. I like when women belch. I think that's very attractive. I love a woman that'll belch, you know. I don't like when a woman gives me a finger and says, hey, pull the finger. No, because that's dangerous. Men have a factory, you women have multiple factories. You have napalm inside your body. I don't know how you do that. That's why guys go bald, because they cut it and they go, oh my God. Well, a little bit about myself. First of all, my name is Perry Kurtz. That's Perry like Perry Como, Perry Mason, Perry Winkle, or as my mother said, there's a medication out called Perry Anal Cream. Parents live to torture us, don't they? And there's also a very famous recording artist by the name of Katy Perry. Okay, my name's Perry, only I'm a man. Don't make me prove that. Last time I proved that, the woman looked down and said, oh, you're Jewish. I'll tell you when it's a joke. I'm 63 years old, and I've been married to the same woman for 23 years in a row.
Sorry!
Sorry, you gotta go somewhere? 23 years in a row. See, I say in a row because it is Los Angeles, and people don't usually stay married out here. But I found there are some people that are married a long time. I also play at senior centers and convalescent hospitals. And I don't know if you've ever seen seniors, but seniors, once they hit 83, they will say anything they want. They do not care because they figure they could wake up dead tomorrow. And I always like talking to the couples because when they're together, they're stronger. You know, you become a couple who have double the strength. So there was one couple sitting up front, and I said, "Hi guys, are you guys a couple?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "How long have you been together?" She said, 54 years. I said, "Great, how long have you been married?" And she said, 4 years. I said, "So you knew each other for 50 years and then you got married. What made you rush into this?" And she looked and said, "We were waiting for our spouses to die." Yeah, some of you are waiting too. A lot of you are waiting, obviously. Well, I know the Elks guys can be pretty obnoxious. Are you lost? Can we get your ride or something? I saw they have a sign that says if you're drunk and you need a taxi, we'll call you a taxi. If you don't have money, we'll pay for it and put it on your bar tab, and you can pay that tomorrow. On one night, somebody wrote underneath, "Tomorrow? Really?" And they put a question mark. Yeah, another couple, they were together for 70 years. 70 years, they were 95 years old. Birthdays 2 days apart. They met each other in elementary school. And they stayed together. And I said, 70 years is a long time. What do you think is the reason you've been able to stay together for 70 years? And he looks at her and says, "Oh, we stopped talking to each other about 20 years ago." Yeah, the seniors are fun. I call them vintage. That's the way I think. Once you hit 50, you should be called vintage instead of senior. Because vintage implies you've been around a while, you've been backed up, you're fixed, but you're still working. That's the way I look at it. So if you're over 50 or 60 years old, you're vintage. Forget that senior stuff. But they are crazy. I did a show in Northridge, and after the show, an 87-year-old lady comes up to me, and she goes, "Hi, honey, can I come back to my room?" And she goes like this, "For some fun?" And she's standing there, and eyebrows are going up and down like Groucho Marx on You Bet Your Life. Just standing there, and the eyebrows are just floating up and down. And I'm looking at them like falling asleep. And I go, "No, I really can't." She goes, "No, really?" And she puts her hand on my face and goes, "Really, baby, it'll be a lot of fun." And I actually felt my body go, "Ugh," you know, like that. I didn't let her see that because you gotta be nice. She said, "Really, it'll be fun." And I looked, I said, "No, I really can't." She goes, "Well, listen, I'll be here when you get back, baby cakes. Remember, fun." I didn't sleep for 3 days. That scared me. You know, because they're the cougars. They're a cougar to me, you know. And to me, I don't know. To me, they're just an old dying lion. That's all they are. I just don't think so. Oh, you get up again. I'm just gonna take a picture. Everybody smile. Pretend you like each other. All right, we got that. Yeah, so I love doing that. They're a lot of fun. But I love doing Elks Lodges because you guys, you do things to help people. You're not just here to party and get drunk. In fact, I did some reason. All right. You're not here. Excuse me. You're not here to party. Yeah, there's the drunk part. I didn't say you're here. How many people will be getting really intoxicated tonight? Anybody getting really drunk? All right. Any of you will? All right. Because my wife and I were separated now, so I'm looking for a new girl. And yeah, I say that I'm single, so if there are any women here that are thinking of becoming gay, I think I'm the reason you need to jump the fence right there. I dated Ellen when she was straight, and look what happened there. But I've done some research on the Elks because you guys go back hundreds of years. I played for the Elks, the Lions, the Eagles, and you guys are the top of the food chain. You do more for the community, and you are more caring people than any of the other groups. And here's what it says about the mission statement. To inculate. It starts with inculate. Now I gotta ask, does anybody know what the hell inculate means? I just wanted to Google it, but I got lost coming here. All right, well, whatever it is, I assume it means to institute. It says to inculcate the principles of charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity. And I'm sure nobody here has ever cheated on their spouse, right? Yeah, well, see how quiet everybody got quiet? You're all looking at each other. Why so you know? Did you? No, I haven't, never. To recognize and believe in God, to promote the welfare and enhance the happiness of its members, and you guys are happy. To quicken the spirit of American patriotism, to cultivate good fellowship, to perpetuate itself as a fraternal organization, and to provide for its government the benevolent and protective order of Elks of the United States of America. We will serve the people and communities through benevolent programs demonstrating that the Elks care and Elks share. You know that one. How many of you knew that last one? Come on, and you guys do. I've heard that you guys are the most generous of all the groups. The Eagles, they basically give away like old socks. That's all they've got. They can't afford trailer parks. Now, you guys here, this lodge in itself is known as the friendliest lodge through much of its history. The Thousand Oaks Elks Lodge is moving into a new era, and at this point it says, with its current ER, Terry Gicking. Is Terry here? It was so long ago, Terry has passed away, right? Yeah, I knew it was old because it was written in hieroglyphs. That's how I knew. And he said his goal was to get people working together to create an air of excitement in what we do so that they too wish to be part of the excitement. More members will lighten the individual load, and together we can do things it takes to keep this the friendliest lodge in Elkdom. His motto is, memories from the past to rebuild our future. Now that I'm in that voice, and now come to the stage, please welcome Candy. You guys know that voice? The Gentleman's Club, the guys always say, and now here's Diamond. These girls have a real name, but they're all dead inside anyway. So, I've got some information on some of the people here. I always like to point out some of the more popular members, and I'm going to start with your loyal knight, Mike Flannery. Where are you, Mike? Mike, are you here? Mike, can you put your hand up so I know where you are? He's in the bar. All right, so let's talk about his lazy ass. Sorry, I didn't mean to say lazy. Now, supposedly Mike is in charge of the kitchen. Is that true? All right, so if you're not happy with your food, go to the bar and break to him. And he's also, or was a firefighter, is that true? Yeah. Is he still a firefighter? No? Yeah, because he's drunk now. You can't do that. Hold the hose for me! Look, you're wet! You know, I just can't, that would be scary, a drunk firefighter. You know, they just come down the street slow and they're beeping the horn. We're drunk, yeah! All right, David Nacarado. David, are you here? Dave? He's out there getting drunk with Mike right now. So we're not going to talk about it. All right, Tom Gordon. Tom Martin? Hartman. All right, is he the one that's a handyman? Where are you?
Right there. Second floor.
You just pointed yourself out. Good, you're wearing a nice yellow shirt. That's all right. Doesn't look at all gay. Not all gay. No, you're. Now, supposedly you're a handyman, so you're obviously good with your hands. And has he groped anybody lately? Well, the wife said he is. Good. You're his wife?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been married? Do you know?
36 years.
36 years. You got kids that you know of?
Two that we know of.
Two that you know. How old are your kids?
30 and 32.
And what do? Do they follow in Dad's footsteps, or are they logical? That's good. That's great. And he's a good guy. He's nice. He treats you well.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. See, she didn't say he's good. She said he's pretty good. Like, this is good. He's somewhere between here and there. That's good. Well, it's good to see you here and good to see you sitting up again, really. Now, supposedly you are the jokester of the group. You got any good jokes you want to share?
There's the one traveling saves and comes in. No, that's all right.
All right, yeah. Good try. I've got to give you a couple old people jokes. Two old guys are sitting at a bar. One says to the other one, you know, my wife's an angel. And the other one says, really? Mine's still alive. And here's the attitude of the older people. An older couple comes out of a bar. They walk past a wishing well. The older man throws a quarter and makes a wish. His wife leans over, throws a quarter in, and falls into the well. As she's disappearing into the darkness, the husband goes, wow, it worked. There we go. All right, let's see. Sam Frankel. All right, so we got a Jew here, finally. A Jew in Thousand Oaks? Get out! Where are the Jews? Jews, hold up your jewelry. Let me see, where you at? Where's your jewelry? Right, it's jewelry. That's where it comes from, right. I said that at one of the senior shows, and one of the older ladies goes, ah, me, and she goes, oh, is that mine? You even recognize it. And another one, she's sitting in the front row, all of a sudden out of nowhere, she just goes, I said, do you have a question? She goes, no, my hand fell asleep. All right, so that's Tom now, and Sam. All right, Dan O'Leary, obviously not a Jew. Don O'Leary. Donna O'Leary. Where are you, Donna? That's you. You're the lecturing night. So that means you give the speeches for everybody. Basically, you're the mouth of the organization. Which now that I say that, it's not a good choice of words. I'm really sorry. It's not what I was trying to imply. But you're a very attractive woman. And who's that sitting next to you? You see the way she turned around to look to see who it was? See that? You know who you're sitting next to. You go, wait, who is this? Who is it? Is that your husband? No? Is that a boyfriend? Just some guy you're hanging out with? All right. Are you single? Yes. Really? You too? No thanks, sir. You're not my type. I appreciate it, but you're a very lovely woman. You know, if you didn't have self-respect and sight and the ability to get away, I would be all over you. And you got blonde hair, and I love blonde hair. I don't even care if it's real. I don't care if one's got 2 inches of black roots. I just love blonde hair. The fact that you wanted to be blonde, because you know, guys see blonde hair and go, oh, she's going to be fun, right? You got some blonde hair. Are you fun? Yes. You went, yeah, fun, yeah. And she danced and shook them a little bit. That was nice. I appreciate that too. Now, you're outspoken. They said you used to work at a winery. How long did you work there? 4 years. 4 years, and did you leave because you started drinking up all the profits? Basically? And now you're continuing to do that here. That's great. Everybody raise a toast. Pick up your cups. Let's hear for your photographer. Yeah! You guys sold some money into paying her to do this. Just bring your home camera. We need to document this. All right, now David and Annie Pearson.
You're the bar.
Or David.
I'm here.
You're hiding in the corner. Oh, that's good. Now we're
You just turned the lights on.
No, leave the lights out because it's easier to shoot at somebody that way. They're less of a target. Now, supposedly, you like to gamble?
No.
Dan likes to gamble? I was going to say you gambled because you obviously married him. And he's in there getting really drunk. All right, let's see who else we got on the big list crew. All right, Jim and Kathy, are you guys here? They're in the bar, right? Because supposedly they run the bar. That's what I was told. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, with a group like you guys, they should be getting a cut of the bar because they would be getting wealthy off you. Because I know Elks like to drink. You know, the thing is, there's again a difference between the Elks and the Eagles, which is next to them. The Elks can generally hold the liquor because you buy better alcohol. You know, you go to a Lions or a Moose Lodge and they're drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon. You know what that is? That's like urine in a can. That's unbelievable. And hey, give me more of this. I've 12 cans. I'm ready to drive now. All right, now where's Terry? Your next ER is Terry here? Your turn. See, are you the ER now? You're going to be next year's ER? You were last year.
We kicked his ass out.
Who's the current ER right now? Dan Martin, you're the current ER, right? So everybody needs to be kissing his ass as much as possible. And you're married to Karen. Where's Karen? Right there. Now, Karen, this is something I found interesting. You're the chaplain and the lawyer. That's like a complete conflict of interest, isn't it? Laws and God together. And God says you will pay extra in taxes. That's right. That's great. All right. And last but not least, I'm looking for John Moran. John, where are you? Put your hand up. I should have known that. Mr. Horn Dog himself. Yeah. What a surprise, huh? They told me that he's a ladies' man, and yet he was hitting on me. So maybe she meant to say he's a lady man. I don't know. Did you bring a date tonight? No? So just gonna pick up one of the girls? I'm gonna just keep my back against the curtain. You guys are a good group. Do we have any birthdays this month? Anybody celebrate a birthday? Anybody got a birthday or you get married?
Oh, just saying.
Dan, your birthday? How old are you gonna be?
Sunday.
47.
Everybody play along. Go, yes, you are. And you got a birthday? How old will you be, sir? 39. Jack Benny's with us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get the comments, Benny. That's right. 39. But see, this is the thing, guys. Never be ashamed to say how old you are. You made it. You made it to get to the age. I guarantee you, most of your friends were betting you would never get to be this old. You made it. Think of all your friends that you went to school with, that you grew up, that are younger than you, that didn't make it. You made it because of willpower, because you said, I'm going to make it to tomorrow. The way it works is the brain leads and the body follows. As long as you want to do something, you can do it. If you know where B is and you're an A, you will find a way to get there. Look. If this guy here can get lucky, if Mr. Moran can get a chance, anybody can get a girl. Of course, you know, I'm sure he pays for it once in a while, right? Well, no, we pay for everything one way or the other. You get married, they say marriage is basically 3 rings. There's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. So you pay for everything one way or the other. But I gotta get the jacket off and kind of work. You ready, ladies? Here we go. Yeah, and as he said, I am an ex-male stripper. I'll tell you when it's a joke. And I can do this. Jackie Gleason, he's dead too. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just yell out indiscriminate dead people. That's always good. I appreciate that. Look, I'm happy I made it this far. You know, like I said, I've been married to the same woman, and although we're separated, we still get along. When I met her, she had 3 children. I didn't know she had kids. We met online in the old days, in '90, before they had color. I mean, now you get on the computer, you got color and the things move. Those days, you would type your name, and it would come up on the screen, dot by dot. I would type my name and it would go, boop, 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 boop. That was just a P. By the time my name went on the screen, my wife said, I got a sandwich and I ate it. It takes that long to get on there. So we talked for about 20 minutes. She called me. We talked for 40 hours over 3 days. And it was just this magical instant connection. She had a southern accent. And I love Southern accents because they take their time when they talk. I don't know if you've ever been in the South, but people talk slow, they walk slow, they drive slow because they know they live in hell and they're never going to get out. But my wife had this thick Southern accent, and I just fell in love with her. And she came over. 3 days later, she came over, and it was magical and instantaneous. And we went out for 6 months. She was going with me to the Comedy Store. This is when Arsenio was working on his first show, and Andrew Dice Clay was just coming out. Sam Kinison was hanging there, and I was working with Richard Pryor. And that's when I became best friends with Rodney Dangerfield, who I miss desperately. And one day she said, "Hey, why don't you come out to my house in the valley?" And I said, "Okay." So I drove out there. I walk in the house. There's a guy sitting on the couch. There's a little baby crawling around on the floor. And there's a 6-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl. And I said, "Honey, who are these kids?" And she goes, "I guess I forgot to tell you. I have children." And I'm sitting there like this, looking to see which door will get me out of the house quicker. Because you know the old saying, you don't get involved with somebody who has baggage. My wife owns Samsonite, I swear to God. But the kids were cute, they were attractive, they were smart, they were nice kids, and we all moved in together. And after a year and a half, I realized these kids never knew their father. So I decided that I was going to marry all of them as a group and be a father and a husband. I thought it was a good thing. I don't drink alcohol, I'm not into drugs, I figured I'd be a good father. And so one night at dinner, I gave everybody a ring for their finger, and I got down beside the dinner table and I said, "I'd like to ask the 4 of you to marry me." And they all looked at each other, and my son, who's then 7, looks around the table and goes, "Yeah, whatever, can we just eat now?" Because boys are so romantic, aren't they? We wound up getting married at City Hall. Now, most of you had weddings, you had a big wedding. You had a fancy wedding. It was in a nice place, everybody dressed up, get a band or at least have music. We went to City Hall, we go up to the clerk, and I said, "Hi, we'd like to get married." He goes, "Oh, yeah, you'd like to get married?" I said, "Yeah, we'd like to get married." He goes, "Yeah, you get married." I said, "Well, no, we want to get married." He goes, "Yeah, married." I said, "Yeah, can we just get married while we're here?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, you go sit there, we call you when we're ready." I go, "We wait for you when you're ready, you call us." We went, "Really?" So we're sitting there, and we're all laughing. Finally, we hear, "Sarah and Perry, please come in." We walk in the room, it's the same guy wearing a judge's robes, only now he's speaking in perfect English. It's like he took the Rosetta Stone while we were waiting. So he starts reading from the book, and he goes to the party, "And now, Sarah, do you take Perry to be your lawfully wedded husband?" She goes, "I do." And he looks at the kids, "And do you take Perry to be your lawfully wedded parent?" And they go, "We do." And he goes, "And Perry, do you take Sarah to be your lawfully wedded husband, lawfully wedded wife, and be a comedian?" I said, "Yeah, why not? I'm here." Bad thing, because women remember everything. Forget about elephants' memories. Women remember every stupid little thing you do, and they know just when to jam it in your back every time you do something dumb, which I've heard is about every 7.5 hours. So I give you women credit for being the most tolerant creatures on the earth. So we got married, we left there, and we went on the road. I had a comedy gig, so we traveled to our first gig for our honeymoon, which was in Barstow. Yeehaw is right. Barstow is so small, you pull into it, there's a sign that says, "Welcome to, thank you for coming." There's so much inbreeding in Barstow, we met people who were their own parents.
Come on, Bobby, that was fun.
You're from Barstow, aren't you?
If he is, he wouldn't remember. We had more teeth than everybody in town put together. It was great. So we did that, then we really went on the road. My wife's from South Carolina. So we moved out to South Carolina for a while and did the road out there, working comedy clubs. Back in those days, the money was amazing. They gave us hotels and travel money and food and stuff like that. And we worked around the Deep South. It was good. I like that. People in the South are very, very friendly. you know, down there, you know, you can not only sleep with the guy's sister, but he'll also thank you for the night off. That's how friendly they are.
You should talk.
Really? There's some stuff going on back there we need to find out about. Why, you guys from the South? Yeah? Where are you from? What city? He can't stop laughing.
It was in Hammond, Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana. They're so laid back they don't even say the L. It's just Louisiana. Well, how are you there? You all right?
Wow.
Good to see you, good buddy. My wife's got this one phrase whenever she was going out. She always said, "I'm going over yonder." And I looked at every map I could find, and there's no place called yonder anywhere in the world. But now I'm getting ready to go on the road. I'm going to fly to New York, and I am not looking forward to it because I haven't flown in like 4 years. And they're saying that the pilots are starting to drink again. Remember that years ago? Now they're doing it again. I don't want to get on a plane and hear the pilot go, good morning, hi. This is your pilot. My name's Robert. And I'll be flying this bucket of nuts at an altitude of 30,000 feet. What? 35,000 feet. What? All right, really, really high. And we should be arriving in about an hour and a half to 5 hours, if we're lucky. Yeah, we're still in the air right now. Okay, good. We're wondering if you could do us a favor and look out the left side of the plane at the ground and see if anything, excuse me, it looks familiar to you. Because we're lost. You really don't want to hear that. And remember the old days you would get on a plane and the stewardesses were nice. They were happy to see you. They would take you to your seat. They would go, you need a pillow, you need a blanket. They would fluff up the pillow for you. Remember that? They're not like that anymore. Now they're flight attendants. It's like, 10A, 10B, 12C. They're just pointing out, you're like cattle. They don't care. I was on a plane and I said, the menu here, it says meat or fish. What do you have today, meat or fish? She goes, it's cooked. I said, I'll take that. Please don't hurt me. You know, and the bathrooms are scary. Nobody wants to use the bathroom on a plane. You ever hear that toilet? It just sounds like it's going to grab you by the butt, suck you down the tube. There's going to be nothing but your shoes floating in the water. And they're going to be blue at that point, you know? I used to like renting cars when I'm out of town. That's fun when you rent a car. Because you can have fun with it for one main reason. It's insured and it's not your car. I remember driving to a parking lot and I went and hit one of those parking pylons. The guy pulls up like and he goes, is that a rented car? I said, yeah, it is. He says, mess it up! Reverse forward, that's what I do. But I love traveling. We got anybody here from New York? Any New Yorkers here? All right, good. Yeah, New Yorkers have a different way of speaking. I'm from Philadelphia. Okay? Philadelphia, couple Philly. What part of Philly?
Philly.
What part?
Philly. The cream cheese bar.
The cream cheese bar. Obviously, the guy hasn't got enough dinner. Where? I don't know. It's been a long time. Well, I grew up in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, you know, is a city of brotherly love, supposedly a very proactive city. But all this time, they couldn't spack off the Liberty Bell. You know, you're going to take some hot glue, seal that thing up or something. But people always say, are you from New York? And I go, I'm from Philadelphia. They go, well, you talk like New York. See, I talk. Out here, everybody talks. I walk. I don't walk. A wok is something you cook Chinese food in. No, I don't wash. Wash, you're getting up into Cincinnati. Up there, they're sitting, or they sit on the coach up there. Where you go? I'm going out in a boat and sit on the coach. You know, can you straighten your mouth out just right and do it from up northeast? Hello. But people in New York all sound like they had a pastrami sandwich and they're saving part of it in the left side of their mouth. Here it is, and they all talk the same way. How you doing? Yeah, good to see you. How are you? What's up? Hey, yeah. I don't know what it means, but that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Hey! New Yorkers, I'll make you feel at home. Give me your money. Yeah, it's a different type of language completely up there. And the mobsters are different. In New York, when you owe them money, they go, hey! 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 In Philadelphia, they add something. They go, hey! Hey! The rooster thing makes it more frightening. Hey! All right, please stop moving your head like that, whatever you want, you know. But I'm enjoying my life. Like I said, I'm 63, I'm getting older, I'm going through things of getting older. I got bifocals, I hate the bifocals. I'm always doing this, pushing them up all the time. Anybody hear of bifocals? Yeah, aren't they a pain? They're not, because see, when you get them, the bottom ones that you see up close, they make everything look closer. So my problem was, when I first got them, I was tripping going up the stairs. It's cool if you trip going down the stairs because you got gravity going against you. But when you're tripping going up the stairs, you just look really stupid. And another thing I've noticed is when people get older, when we can't see something and we want to read, we put our eyebrows all the way up and we stick our lips out. We look at things like this. I think it's purely to entertain other people. I had my hip replaced 8 years ago. Glad about that because now I can dance again, you know. And it got really bad. I got arthritis. It came on. I'm diabetic, and I became diabetic because I eat a lot of chocolate. Anybody here like chocolate? Go with the dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is good for your digestion, and it actually helps produce insulin in your body. It helps fight the fact that you just ate the chocolate. So I'm diabetic. So because of that, I got arthritis in my left hip, and it came on really fast. And I was going to go get the operation. They told me they're going to have to cut my leg open. They're going to have to chop the top of the ball off, drill into the bone, and stick a rod in there. And I went to bed that night, and I had a dream that made me put it off. It was horrible. I dreamt that I was on the operating table, and I heard the doctor say, "Nurse, I think I've cut too deep." And she goes, "Why do you say that, doctor?" He goes, "Because I'm scratching the table." That was a real dream I had, and it scared me so much that I put off the operation for 2 years. But the pain became so big because I had a bone spur that when I walked, it would go. And my daughter was only 1 year old. I remember one time I was picking her up, and my wife comes running. She goes, "What was that crunching sound?" Like, "Oh, it was my leg." But I didn't feel the pain because I started taking a thing called Vicodin. Yeah, see the response? Vicodin is a very powerful painkiller, very addictive. Kids, stay away from Vicodin because people go nuts taking Vicodin. They love it. It's like candy. But because of the pain, I was taking 10 to 20 a day. Yeah, it was I mean, I would walk and lights would flash. So I started taking the Vicodin, but it worked. I didn't have any pain. From here down, I couldn't feel anything. I didn't know if I was going to the bathroom or not. And it was very embarrassing. I was at the Improv talking to Bud Friedman after a big show. And I said, "Bud, I really want to thank you for the show, but I really got to go." And he points down and goes, "It looks like you already did." And that's another thing that happens in age. When you start your life as a cycle, I've gone through it. You start out, when you're young, you start out wearing diapers. And then when you get old, you're wearing diapers again. You know, and you know, I admit it, I have bouts once in a while. I have one on right now, it's very comfortable. And I think it's very peaceful. It's really, wait. It's great, you don't have to rush out of the room. Go wherever you want, so. Yeah, getting older is weird, neuropathy in the feet, losing the posture, trying to eat better. The good thing I'm happy about is my hair. I have all my hair. I have no bald spot back there. It's starting to go gray. And people always say, "You look so young for your age." And I've actually had women hit on me because they think I'm younger, like take my daughter out. My daughter's name is Bella. I didn't even get into this. 10 years ago, my wife takes me in the bedroom, and she says, "I have either good news or bad news." I said, "What?" She says, "I'm pregnant." And I looked at her and said, "Any idea who the father is?" I was 53 years old. I didn't think I could get her pregnant. I didn't think I had anything inside me except dust. And she said, "Well, you know, you're the father." And I said, "Okay." And she got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then 5 weeks before she was due, I had to take her to the hospital. The vein in front of her head was popping out. And we went in, the doctor said, Mr. Kurtz, we've got 20 minutes to get the baby out of your wife or your wife is going to die. And I looked and I said, can you give me 30 minutes to think about that? He looked at me and said, what are you, a comedian? And when he goes, well, if you want to come in the operating room, come on in. So I wait. I go in there, they got her on a table, they got her stomach open. He's got both hands inside her stomach, and he's pulling stuff out, and he's talking to the nurses, he's taking stuff out of her stomach and dropping it in like he lost a watch in a dumpster or something. And he's just going, yeah, so, and testing, so what'd you do last week? You went to Vegas, with National, don't use National, use Enterprise. Hey, take my wallet out, I got a car. I go, can you please find my baby? He goes, hey, I've done this before. Really? How many times? He goes, 3 or 4. I go, what? He goes, no, 3 or 4,000. I go, oh my God. Finally pulls her out and he hands her to me. She's this big. And I looked at her and it was the most emotional thing in my life. I never ever imagined that anything could bring tears out of me so quickly. It's better than the best sunset. I mean, people with children, you know what I mean. People that don't have children, you always hear, children will change your life. It does. And I looked at her and I started to cry. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm going to be responsible for this for 18 years. It's going to cost me $250,000. Better be smart. Then they said, would you like to cut the cord? And I said, sure. Now, I thought the cord was going to be something like this. No, it's like this. I go to cut the cord. They give me a scissors, which I was surprised that they gave me a scissors, knowing it's me. And I go to cut it, and the cord is slipping out of the scissors like this. I'm chasing the umbilical cord around her stomach, and the doctors and nurses are hysterical. They're high-fiving, they got a camera out. I'm looking for Ashton Kutcher to see if I'm getting pumped in the other room. They finally come over, they hold it, and I cut it. We take her home. 2 nights later, she's in the bathroom, and I walk in the bedroom, and I hear, and I looked around because I thought the devil was in the apartment. Because you ever hear the devil on television? He always sounds like, I am the devil, I am Lucifer. Just once, they should dress him up in like a pink jumpsuit, and he should come out, hello, I'm the devil. I'm the Ethel Merman, hi. And he comes out there with my tail, and no, just once. So I started walking, all of a sudden I hear it again. And I stopped, and suddenly it hit me. An odor I could not imagine. My nose hairs, my eyebrows, and my eyelashes burst into flames. I fell to the floor, choking, and I crawled into bed and I said to my wife, what is that horrible smell that came out of Bella? She goes, oh, it's baby food. The baby food gives them really bad gas. I go, can we give it to her when nobody's home? So the next night, we were watching TV, and my wife wanted to watch a murder mystery. I wanted to watch something else. She said, look, I got the TV tonight. I said, all right, whatever. So she went to bed, and then when I went to bed, I thought I'll get even with her. So just before I went to bed, I ate some baby food. Waited about a half hour, crawled into bed, and I said, honey, pull my finger. She ran in the bathroom screaming, that's not fair! I said, I'm sorry, I'll eat half hour before next time. All right? You picking up the empty glasses? Thanks, sir. Thank you. You want anything? Anything for you? You guys all right? How about you? You all right? You okay? Here, I'm going to give you these. We'll pass these over. If you can refill these, we'd appreciate it. These beers, take these 2 beers. Just take them. Get out of here. Do it before the church on stage points me out of there. I could never do that. I could never wait tables or clean. I would be kicking people's legs and tripping them on the way out. And the food tastes bad because you're an idiot. That's why, that's just the way I am. I'm trying to eat better. I still eat McDonald's with my daughter Bella. And Bella is my favorite thing. She's this tall now. She's blonde hair. She looks like a young Anne Margaret. Absolutely gorgeous. And I know she's pretty because when I take her out, women come up all the time. They go, your daughter is so pretty. Your wife must be stunning. Do I get some credit? I was there. And I know she's beautiful. And she does stand-up comedy with me. Her first joke she wrote when she was 5. Now remember, I'm a little girl. Why did the chicken cross the road? He was tired of being cooped up. At 6 years old, she wrote her second joke. Why was the skeleton afraid to cross the road? He had no guts. Why did the rooster cross the road? The chicken was on vacation. And now she won't run. She's been watching a lot of TV, and she wrote from an old TV show that's still on TV. And you have to watch, remember, a little girl with blonde hair doing it. Knock, knock. Doctor. Get it? Doctor Who, that's the joke. Okay, you guys don't know who Doctor Who is, so forget that. See, sometimes comedy is not funny, so I want to thank you for all the help you've given me so far. How many people are still here? How many people still don't know where they are? How many people, when this is over, are going to the bar and going to have some more drinks? That's good. I like to know what I'm dealing with. That's great. He's going, let's get it over with. You ready? What we're going to do, we're going to run out some plastic tubes right to the table so you don't have to. That's what I think they should really do in bars. There should just be a tube. You don't have to fill it. You just sit there and every once in a while you take a drink, you just go, and you just put it back in the holder. Then you can't spill anything. It'll be a lot easier. And then if you fall, you have something to hold on to as you hit the ground. See, I don't drink. I stopped drinking in 1974. I was in Atlantic City trying to pick up girls at a bar. And when I used to drink, I drank Southern Comfort chased with a Coke, no ice. Now you hear the sound, you know what Southern Comfort is? It's really strong, but it's really sweet. Because I'm diabetic and I like chocolate, I like sweet. I was drinking double shots, chased with a Coke, no ice, and I drank 2 of them. And this cowboy trucker comes and he sits down and goes, damn, little man like you drinking all that, think you can drink more, little man? And me being a little guy, I looked over and said, sure, if you're buying. He goes, I'm buying. And he hit the bar, and it's like the movies, all the glasses went, click, they all bounced on the bar. He bought me 6 more double shots of Southern Comfort. Oh God, right, that's almost 3/4 of a bottle. Now I'm a little guy, I'm a little under 6 feet tall. I'll tell you when it's a joke. And I just chugged it. Now the Coke, the soda in back of it shotguns it into your body. So I was total. So he gets up and leaves. I'm just sitting there at the bar and I go, all right, time to go. And I tried to get up and I turned into liquid mercury. And I slowly slid down the stool onto the floor. And I'm laying there saying, I'm drunk as hell. It should be easy to pick up a chick. As if women like a guy who can mumble and drool at the same time. You know? How you doing? I'm sorry about that. So I walk out of the bar and did 2 things that drunks do. I started to stumble, I went down, fell, hit one knee, hit the other knee, bounced up, turned around, and watched myself do it in slow motion. Whoa. Then I did the thing you see the drunks do when they stumble and they stabilize themselves against the invisible wall. And they keep on walking. It seems to work. I don't know where the magic is, but that invisible wall. I go into the bar and I'm walking around and talking to women trying to get them dancing with me. But I knew they couldn't understand me because I couldn't understand me. I was walking up the window going, so I tried one lady, went up there, I tried sign language. They went like this. The last thing I remembered, I was in the corner talking to a little black girl. Now back in the 70s, the black people were into carving their head like lawn sculpture. They would tease it up and then cut it and put like, you could see street signs and roads and maps in their head and shit like that. And I was talking to this girl and she was just staring at me. But she wasn't trying to get away. She wasn't waving me off. She was just looking at me. and she wasn't responding. So I got upset. I walked out of the bar. I waddled across the street, and I was standing on the end of the dock, looking down at the cold Atlantic Ocean, watching the waves going, nobody loves me. I don't want to go on. I can't take it. I'm going to kill myself. And I stepped off the dock. 6 feet down, sticking out, was another dock that I didn't see. Smashed my head on a metal pipe, woke up the next day in jail. My friend bails me out, it's $1,000. Now that was back in '74, $1,000 like $5,000 now. He put it up, and I said, what happened last night? He said, well, you climbed over 2 10-foot chain link fences to get to it. I go, no, you did. And I said, really? He said, it was a Coast Guard dock. You could have been in jail for a long time. And I said, well, I was a little bit buzzed. He says, a little bit buzzed? I said, the last thing I remember is I was talking to a little black girl. And he goes, black girl? You were on your knees talking to a bar stool. So here's to you. I'm drinking Coke, no ice. I like it uncut. Yeah, so I don't drink anymore. But I work with the Alcoholics Anonymous a lot. I believe in their principles. I think that people should help each other. Nobody is an island. Everybody, we're all together in this mess. So you got to help people. I'm the type of person, I will help fix anything. Anybody, people in the street, some guy I don't know, his car's broken. Here, let me get some tools out of my car. That's just the way I am. And then I go, hey, come back with my car. You ever do that? That's okay. But I got a couple more things I want to do for you, and just trying to decide. Let's do something a little bit different. I need a female volunteer from the audience. We got any ladies out there that's got a good sense of humor? Come up here. I won't embarrass you, and I promise you'll have the most fun. Yeah, the lecturing night. You're back there. Come on. You're a good speaker. You're going to be good for this. I need someone who can talk. Let's give her a round of applause to get her up here. She took like 3 swigs. She said, I'm going to need a lot of drinks for this one. Hi. Come on up. It's safe. All right. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to tell a story. You're going to be my arms. So you'll be in back of me. What I say, you'll act out with your arms, okay? All right, so come stand back and slip your arms through. Put your arms through. Oh, you're firm. Okay, now. That's good. That's all right. I know who to pick. I knew she was good. She's good. All right. So that's what you want to do. You want to be expressive. Good. Feels good when she laughs too. All right. So you got the idea. If I were to say bye-bye, how would you say bye-bye? Very good. Right, that's what you want to do. So just relax, loosen up and play with it. All right. This morning I was laying in bed sleeping with my hands under the pillow, which is right next to my head. My hands are under the pillow next to my head. Very good. All of a sudden my alarm went off. It scared me and I jumped. So I got up out of bed and I stretched a little bit. And then of course I scratched myself. I started flipping it. I'm flipping the pancake. There we go. And one flip is all it took. It was I'm done. And I put on the plate, started cutting up and eating, and I'm just shoving it in my mouth just as fast as I get. Eating with both hands. I just missed my mouth there. Got a little syrup dripping out the side there. So I got that eating. I'm sitting there, all of a sudden I felt really sick. Oh, my stomach. Oh, there we go. I felt like I was going to throw up or something, you know? That's always good. If you're going to throw up, cover your mouth. That way you get that big blue stream out of your nose. So I picked up the phone to call the doctor. Picked up the phone and called the doctor. Oh, it's an old phone. This is back in 1957. Sorry, I'm having more fun than you are. All right, get down there right away. So I hang up the phone, and I'm driving down to the doctor's office on my motorcycle, and I'm revving the engine. And this is one of those two engines. It's got a throttle on each side. As I'm driving along, a guy cuts me out, and I get really angry. I figure I swerve around. Then he jams his brakes on me. I figure I'll show him how angry I am. I turned the other cheek. I shot him with two birds in one. I finally get to the doctor's office. I screech to a halt. I hit Papa Wheelie when I stopped. I don't know. The doctor said, "Well, I need you to fill up this cup for me." I said, "Really?" I think we're going as far as we need to. Need a pack of cigarettes after that. Oh my God, you were the best I ever had. She said, I hear that all the time. You were, oh my God. She's back there, she's going like this on me. I'm like, oh, please don't let him notice anything. Oh my God. You were great. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming, or however. All right, I'm going to do one more thing for you. You guys are good. I thought I'd play a little guitar for you. Okay. So, I've got my baby here. This is my guitar. I don't know if you can see it out there. It's a one-of-a-kind. It's got a flying skull on the front of it. Flying skull is the symbol of rock and roll. And what goes together better than a guitar with a flying skull and an old Jew? I don't know. That's right, Gene. That's right. That's right. And he's got what's her face, so whatever it is, it was worth it. Let's see what we're worth. Well, see, that's it. I started playing guitar when I was 16 because I realized that the girls love guitar players. They do. And I'll show you what it is. Let me make sure I'm in tune here. Now it's like a Grateful Dead concert. You ever anybody go see the Grateful Dead? They tune for 40 minutes. All right. Here's what it is that the girls love. This is it. But see, that's what it is. It's the emotion that a guitar player portrays when they're playing. It's not like a keyboard player. They're up there and they're bending notes and they're sitting there going, and then we're going, shut up. They're watching guitar player. And I've always noticed that whenever they stretch the note, it's like the lip is attached to the string. It's like, so I started playing guitar at a young age, and I love the guitar. It is an emotional thing. And so what I'm going to do is close with a little bit of music about you guys. Here we go. If you want to dance, it's okay. Who's going to know you at the Elks Lodge? Well, I want to start by thanking the lady who came up here to be my hands. She did some stuff up here. I think you understand. She almost went there one time, but she stopped and she hesitated. When you do a piece like that, you gotta try and make sure it's still G-rated. Now wait a minute. Hey. Where are you going, lady? Why are you walking out right now? In my song. I guess she's gotta go to the bathroom. She couldn't wait that long. Well, you know you gotta go when you gotta go, and that's my song. Now to my right, there's two young ladies sitting at the table. I see you girls there. See, look, she seems embarrassed. She's covering her face in her hair. Why is it the young kids get embarrassed every time we point them out? That's not wrong. That's right. You know, your parents are very proud of you kids. That's why I stuck you in my song. He just took it down. He just closed the door and now he's going to sit right down. Go ahead. He just sat down, and I made a really nasty sound. I'm just trying to do some blues and make it go around, yeah. Now some people are dancing, they're dancing in their seat. I look around, some of you are even moving your feet. Well, I think that's kind of cool. I think that's just great. I know a lot of you are thinking that the bar's still open and some of you just can't wait. Take it, guys. You people out there to help me out with this bit. I'm going to tell you what to sing along. I want you to jump right on it. If you don't want to sing along, well, I really don't even give up. See, sometimes it's funny when you don't say what people think you're going to say, but I keep on doing this, I do this all the time. I get up and I never know what I'm going to say, but sometimes I go really fast, I get dizzy, and I keep on going, but I never ever stop because I like to do it from the bottom again, and then I take it to the top. So now here's your part to jump right in. God, I get tired of doing that. You ready? Everybody go, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Go now, yeah, yeah, yo. Yeah, yeah, yo. Go now, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go now, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas! You did it, I can't believe it. Sometimes I get up, you know, and I just like to rap my song. song. I do it myself. I never know what I'm going to say, but I never do it wrong. Sometimes I go really fast, I get dizzy, my brain turns pink. I'm up here going so fast, but I never even have time to even think. But I do it all the time. I always make a rhyme, and I always seem to do it and never lose my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I want to thank all you here in Thousand Oaks. You guys are out to be a group of great folks. I'm glad you came down for pasta and curry. I want to thank all you for coming down and laughing here at me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's all I can do. Yeah, it's really time for me to go. Wow. And you're starting to clap along. I didn't think you'd do that in the show. Like I said, it's getting late, it's time for me. It's getting kinda late and I really gotta sing. It's time for really late and it's time for me to go.